Hi, and welcome to Delicious Ease. On this podcast, we explore all things meditation, energy healing, and spiritual support. Everything is energy. By learning how to work with your own energy and the energy all around, you can undertake spiritual alchemy and manifest your dreams. I am your host, Kay Margaret Solorio. I am a certified Angel Reiki Master, energy healer, and spiritual teacher. I am also an author, the founder of Delicious Ease, a mama, wife, and food and wine nerd. Join me as I share mindfulness practices and empower you to tap into your spirit support in bite-sized episodes each Monday. Get ready to sparkle. We start today. Hi Sparkles, this is episode 127 of Delicious Ease, and I am your host, Kay Margaret. Today we're talking about connecting with your intuition and hearing that inner voice. When I prayed about the topics for this month's group sessions, intuition came to mind. In that busyness that is this time of year and in anticipation of annual reviews and goals and dreams set for the new year, I think it's a perfect time to tune in and remember the power of your own intuition. Here we go. All right, Sparkles, quick announcements before we talk about connecting with your intuition. I have availability this month for individual angel readings. If you are interested in connecting with your spirit team and loved ones on the other side, as well as realigning your major energy centers and raising your vibration, be sure to book a session with me. Each session is 50 minutes and held over Zoom. Sign up at my website, deliciousease, that's ease.com/services. Be sure also to check out this month's group programs. Both sessions are focused on our December theme, intuition. The Angel Energy Healing on December 11th, we will connect with Archangel Gabriel, some call Gabriel. And the live guided meditation on December 18th will focus on awakening your intuition. Go to my website to register for both sessions. Again, deliciousease.com/services. You can also download a free guided meditation I have available right now, which will help you set an energetic marker in your future self reality. All right, let's get back to the episode. So my question for you today, Sparkles, is what is your relationship with your intuition? I know when I first started this personal growth journey, I didn't even know what I liked. I was so overwhelmed and had spent so many years taking in other people's opinions of what I should do and what I should be. I didn't have a quick gut reaction for things. I actually started on Pinterest, just creating boards and just liking things. You know how you can pin things you like onto your board. So just like getting used to that gut response. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And then I would look back at the board. One of my favorites is I created like a style board. And I would look back and I would go, oh, look, you do have a sense of style. Or like a style that is yours, before I would say, oh, I like everything. And that's of course not true. We all have favorites and that's okay. Actually, that's what makes you you, isn't it? So then I moved on to, I still do that, but meditating, right? Because meditating was my way to connect with spirit, connect with my higher self, and have that minimum daily. I used to think of it as tea with God, or with spirit, or with my spirit guides, however you want to think about that. And I'd say, good morning, I'm here. I would do it in the morning. I still meditate in the mornings. But that was kind of my check-in with me and my chance to find that empty headspace and just be and listen, right? Sometimes I would ask a question before I started my meditation, and then I would wait to receive, because the asking mode is different than the receiving mode. But you want to be able to hear your intuition. So how can you create that space? Now I have learned that asking questions is key. So, and I don't know, I think it's if you're into human design, I'm a generator. And so don't quote me, what is it called? My response? Nope, that's not, I don't know what it is. I'm not an expert in human design. We'll have to get another one on here. But I want to say authority is to respond. So that is easiest for me. If a question comes in, I can answer. I want to answer, and it helps me clarify things. I appreciate questions. It's how I learn. And I have learned that's also a great way to communicate with spirit, with your angels, with your spirit team. So to step back for a minute, what is your intuition? Your intuition is that inner voice, right? That connection to spirit. Spirit is my preferred word for God, universe, source. Insert your favorite word here. Connection to your higher self. So you have a higher self that is still on the other side, and just a piece of the star that is you that came in to embody this physical body and this physical reality for this lifetime. So that connection to spirit, and I think of spirit as a collective consciousness, right? It is all of these. It is angels, it is your spirit guides, it is your higher self. Everything is connected on the other side. So it's that connection to spirit, to higher self, to your spirit guides. We've talked in recent episodes about how each of us have a guardian angel, at least one, usually 1 to 3 that are with us our entire lifetime. So those champions for us are on the other side. And it's also a subtle voice. I think a lot of times, maybe because we have a lot of noise in the world these days, we expect it to be loud to get our attention, or we need to hear it multiple times, when the voice of spirit, the voice of your intuition, is really subtle. I often, not literally, but figuratively kick myself because I'll be in the grocery store and we'll need to make a decision about what I need, or I'll hear a little voice that says, oh, you need peanut butter, or last time it was, oh, you need ketchup. And I was like, I'm not cooking anything with ketchup. Why do I need ketchup? I argued, right? I argued with my own intuition. Genius. But we all do it. It's this subtle voice, and it pops in your head and you go, what? Why? Don't argue. This is the conversation I have with myself regularly. It's there to help you. And sure enough, last night we had, I don't even remember. I made these like wedge potato, baked potato things that are kind of like big French fries, and we ate them with ketchup, and there wasn't enough ketchup. We ran out of ketchup. So spirits totally got you covered if you listen. So that subtle voice, and it sounds like your own voice, which can also be confusing in the beginning. The information comes through. It's not like, in the movies where the sound of God is Morgan Freeman or something, right? It's your own voice, that subtle voice in your head that just pops in real quick. It doesn't beat you over the head with it. It just offers what you're looking for, right? All the answers are inside of you. You just have to ask. I have another fun little example. My mother-in-law makes this oatmeal drink that's delicious. They don't eat their oatmeal. They drink their oatmeal. So it's crushed. And I forget, I think it was last winter or 2 winters ago, I just craved it. I really wanted it. It was a good thing to take to go, fill you up, keep you warm. And I started making it, and I would crush the oatmeal and then pour it in the water and boil it. And it just wasn't right. And one day I got really frustrated while I was making it. And I said, what am I doing? Like, I forget the exact question. It was like, what does she do that I'm not doing? And right away, a subtle little voice popped into my mind and said, oh, she puts the water in when she blends it. I'm like, what? How did I miss that? Great. So sure enough, I put the water in with, I'm not explaining this very well, am I? I put the oats and the water in the little smoothie blender, crushed it, and then poured it into the pot, added some more water, and boiled it, and it was the perfect consistency. So that was the trick. I hadn't asked the question. I just, my form of insanity, tried the same thing over and over again and didn't get anywhere. But we all experience that. And I think we often forget the answers are all inside of you through that connection with spirit, with your higher self. And that connection, we've talked about it before too, with the connection meditation that I recorded here to celebrate my 100th episode. You can go back to episode 100 to listen to that. That connection meditation establishes, right, that connection, that grounding connection to the earth, and that opening of the crown. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, maybe, no. Excuse me. The connection to spirit. And when that connection is open and flowing, that's when the information can flow too, right? And it's like a muscle. And I think that connection to your intuition is also like a muscle. It's almost like you have to learn to trust yourself. And so the more you do it, the easier it is to do. I'm still working on my grocery store situation because I get overwhelmed in the grocery store. But the more I connect with my intuition and I listen, the more I hear that subtle voice and trust it. And that's what I want for you, because that's that inner guidance. Those are the answers we're all seeking. You can ask anything you need. So then the next question is how to connect. We talked about the connection meditation and using meditation as a tool, which I really like. The point is to get quiet and to trust. So you can journal, you can ask, and then just free write the answer and then read. Don't worry about reading, or the trick is to trust that first thing that comes in and not self-edit, right? Because the answer is there, that gold nugget of information you need. Your intuition is that first thing that pops in. Or maybe you go for a walk. Where do you feel calm and connected and grounded? You know what's best for you. You set the terms of what works for you. You have all the answers. It's just a matter of getting to know yourself, tuning in, and listening. And I think, again, this is a wonderful reminder, especially this time of year when there's lots of extra stuff going on. It's okay for you to set your own terms, to know what's best, to make those decisions. It's going to all work out if you're listening to your intuition. All right, Sparkles, that's what I have for you today. Remember, you are enough just as you are in this moment, and you are loved, and angels are here to help you. All right, see you next week. Hey, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Delicious Ease podcast. If you haven't already, click subscribe and follow. And if you love this episode, please leave a review and share it on Instagram and tag me at Delicious Ease so I can say thank you. Every review helps another person find this podcast and learn to live with more ease. All of my free resources, contact information, show notes, and ways you can work with me can be found at my website, deliciousease.com. That's DELICIOUSEASE.com.